Now, please welcome to their new home, your 2026 Buffalo Bills.
So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olsen here in the booth. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line, so that's where this opening drive of the game will begin. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Gregory Rousseau. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
The tackle by Christian Gonzalez. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Bills offense heading out, led by their now 30-year-old quarterback, the MVP of the NFL a couple of seasons ago, Josh Allen.
Former MVP, Mike, just clearly one more box to check. It's hard to have a more accomplished NFL career than Josh Allen, but the conversation around the NFL and league circles continues to remain. When is Josh Allen going to take the Bills and get over the hump and find themselves in the Super Bowl? So a lot of hopes around the organization that this is the team, this is the roster they've built around him to accomplish just that.
With completion to start things out, and their first drive begins with a 1st down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm, being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. Once again, it's Gibbs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
This will be 3rd and 8. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On 3rd down, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He's trying to push his way forward. There's nowhere to go. They've got him right at the line of scrimmage.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 17 yards on that play. First down, Atlanta.
It's a gain of
Well, no surprise that Bijan picks up that first down, and the Falcons offense continues to run through him, and for good reason. And he might be one of the best all-round players in the league. Led the NFL in yards from scrimmage a season ago, and wouldn't be surprised to see him near the top again this year.
This one not quite on target. A little too much, and that one falls incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Third down, and they need 7. The motion man is Nacua. On third down, it's Williams. There's a throw right side. It'll be incomplete.
And that's now their second time failing to convert here in the early going on third down. And talking to him this week, third down efficiency was going to be such a critical element of the game. They knew first and second down were going to be hard to pick up big chunks, and they were going to find themselves in these manageable third downs. And when you get opportunities to hit them, you've just got to make these plays.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Bills offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt first time they had it, but they'll try again in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Allen goes with the pop pass. And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield.
On the tackle. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Josh Allen. Quick slant caught by St. Brown. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Nice catch there from Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he's just so good getting open at all 3 levels. And there's not a route in the tree that he can't run. It doesn't matter if it's underneath, intermediate, or downfield. He can separate with the best of them. He's got as good a hands as it gets, and he's fantastic run after catch with the ball in his hands.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To the air once more, it's Allen. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yardage last season. Good here for the 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
Throwing again is Allen. It is caught left side by St. Brown. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup at 9. He's going to set up 2nd and 1.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They hand it to Gibbs. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
A gain of 6. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. The offense rolling right along on this drive. Another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Allen now on 2nd down. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
A 34-yard attempt.
Pass's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, I still think I might have gone for it there, but I do understand the coach's logic to a degree. End of the first half, we've got nothing on the scoreboard. Let's at least just put something up there to give ourselves some juice going into the half.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Williams. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of it. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver out of the backfield. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
Throw it again. It's Williams. He's got a man. That's Nacua. Complete. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So, big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Williams hit, and he loses the football. It appeared like the Falcons were able to get back on that one. Ball stays with Atlanta. Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. To throw is Williams. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
The Bills offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half.
At the 22-yard line.
Allen working from the pistol. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got him. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. That is caught at the 3. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Yards. And the Bills 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
It all comes back to the turnover, and that's why this is such a critical emphasis for all teams in these situations, Mike. So you're trying to steal some points before the half on offense, but now you end up giving the ball back to your opponent, giving them an opportunity to come away with some points of their own.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Play action. Here's Allen. Pass is caught by DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Allen. Slant, Smith and Jigba has it. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. They bring Chase in motion. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Greg Rousseau. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive. Second and long coming up. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Second and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Right side, complete to Nakua. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Atlanta. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Bijan Robinson into the end zone for Atlanta. Touchdown for the Falcons.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Big gain of 27 yards. What a way to open the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. He's going to get nothing out of that one. Followed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. On the ground, this is Gibbs. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
3rd and long. From the gun, here is Allen. And they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield.
Brings up 4th down.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. The Bills bringing on the punt team. They forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
36-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They bring Chase in motion. Complete. He's got it to London. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
First down.
And what a clutch throw here on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. Now, in a perfect world, they'd love to go down there and get points. But at a bare minimum, milk the clock. Leave the least amount of time possible if you do have to give the ball back to your opponent. And if you're this defense, it feels like the time to get off the field is right now.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 6. A play fake. And They'll throw with Williams. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
At the Bills' 35-yard line.
Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
So now the veteran, Nick Folk, with an important kick. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So now the veteran, Nick Folk, with an important kick. This one he's got to have. And he has missed this one. No good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
This was a long try to begin with, and it winds up no good. But now, after making contact with the plant foot of the kicker, and that's a key point, you can't do that, and now it's going to lead to a new set of downs.
And here's Bijan. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Robinson, and he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Another run here for Robinson. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have to lead.
A 35-yard attempt.
And this one online, and it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now, Josh Allen and the Bills trailing 10-6. 24 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. Field goal is worthless now as they come up with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. Points were at a premium in this one, but they're able to eke out the victory in this low-scoring affair. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Buffalo. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. finds us in the magnificent city of Atlanta. Used to be the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad here. That's why they still sound the train horn inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons.
Kevin Stefanski. Here are your Atlanta Falcons.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And off we go here in Atlanta. This return will take him out past the 25-yard line. Decent field position as this game gets going. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense. And when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
May to throw on second down. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Brian Branch.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024, at quarterback Josh Allen.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
From the 23, here's second and 9. From the gun, throw here for Allen. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Detroit.
And at this point, Mike, it just becomes expected. You almost take it for granted that JSN's going to make these kind of plays. He found a new gear a season ago, going from a great receiver to the offensive player of the year. I mean, one of the best route runners in football.
That'll be intercepted into the hands of Myles Garrett. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
As the Falcons head back out on offense, you get a look at the defensive coordinator for Detroit, Kelvin Shepard. Shepard, good player, 8 seasons as a linebacker in the league before joining the Lions, and he's really moved up the coaching ranks now, year 2 as their defensive coordinator. The motion man is Nacua. Whoa! And he maneuvers his way forward. A gain of 6.
So I like these plays. I think the more guys, Mike, that you can get involved in the ground game, the better. And, of course, they're going to get enough touches to their back in a traditional sense, but make the defense defend every blade of grass from sideline to sideline and from line of scrimmage to the end zone. And one of the best ways to do it is to get your wide receivers, get your speed guys involved in the run game.
On second down, it's May. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, Atlanta.
At the 39-yard line.
Pitch to Robinson. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Tackled back at the 33-yard
So much of what
line.
makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. Third down coming up. They bring Chase in motion. On third and long, here's May. The pressure is going to cave in on him. He will go down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On is Bailey, and he sends it away. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
Lions going back to work, and you get a look at their offensive coordinator, Drew Petzing. Drew was the offensive coordinator in Arizona the last 3 seasons before moving on to Detroit to take the OC job. Williams in motion. To throw on first and 10, Allen. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
On third down, it's Allen. Over the middle. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Robinson, ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. The motion man is Nacua. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Each quarterback picked off in that turnover-filled first quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They begin with a 3rd down and 3. Out of the gun, here's Meg. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On now the punt team, and this one's on its way. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen. To the right side, that's St. Brown. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
He's out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Well, they call him Sonic for a reason, Mike. And I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, the last couple seasons since he's come in the league, he's about as electric as it gets. And he's going to continue to be the main focal point of this offense. And even with everybody keying on him, he can still find a way to dominate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Play action now, and here's Allen. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. Room to run inside the 40. Guarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Gain of 34
A
yards.
long one from Gibbs.
Detroit.
It's a gain of 34. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Laporta in motion. Once again, it's Gibbs. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
The RPO is caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
And it's 3rd
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. From the gun, Josh Allen. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
Detroit.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Gibbs. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. One more time, they try Gibbs. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration. And that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Now from a yard farther back, it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That is brought in the end zone. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. To throw is May. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up second down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops. And just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 2nd and 6. They bring Chase in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. May. This one grabbed by McCool. They bring him down the 9 until he gets the 45-yard line. The first catch for last season's NFL reception leader. And it yields a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Here's May again. Off he goes.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
3rd down and 3 coming up. Working out of the gun, it's May. That is hot! And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
26 yards.
A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we'll send it to Scott Hanson, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports, and we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just one touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway.
Nick Folk.
Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the 3rd quarter begins. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Laporta in motion. Allen now on 2nd down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
On to punt is Fox. His kick is away. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. London brought in motion. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On the RPO, it's Nakua. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Pitts is the man in motion. 3rd and short. And here is May. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there as they force 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They'll go. Here's May. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll come up now again. Good news, it's 1st and 10. May gonna look to throw. To the left side, caught by Chase. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down. Right side, complete to Nakua. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
throw again is May. Open man, right side. He's got it. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
And this is what Puka does. And you know, Mike, during his rookie season, I feel like he surprised a lot of defenses, but by now, they kind of know what to expect, and they still can't stop it. He might be one of the best all-round receivers in the entire league.
They bring Chase in motion. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
See what they have for 2nd and 7. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll go again with Robinson. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Back at the 20-yard line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
4th down.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So now the veteran, Nick Folk, with an important kick. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
Yeah, all right, so it's going to help a little bit, but, I mean, take a look here, Mike. With the score, with the time, you find yourself down in the 4th quarter and kicking field goals. I'm not sure. Other than just getting you a little bit closer, it feels like that drive was touchdown or bust.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards to start the 4th, and that's good enough for a first down.
And the Lions.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
On second down, it's Gibbs. He can be slowed up and taken down. That play goes nowhere. Stuck behind the line for a loss.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown and put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
A fair catch taken here, and it could come right at the 15-yard line. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's May. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Quickly into the hands of Chase. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From out of the gun, here's May. Open man, left side. He's got it. 14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. May to the air once more. Going right back to Nacua. Complete. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They come up for 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he's going to pick up the 1st down across midfield and down at the 49.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's May. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. Now, on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. That could be the dagger. It is intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But one 1st down will essentially end the game. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Straight ahead with Gibbs. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. Talk things over before third down. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 10.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
Allen down to a knee, and that should do it. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. Points were at a premium in this one, but they're able to eke out the victory in this low-scoring affair. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Mike Tirico, Greg Olds are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket, because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
At the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. The RPO, that one is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
A 5-yard gain on
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield.
15-yard pickup there. First down, Atlanta.
First down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Good start to this drive so far. Another 1st and 10. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get about 5.
Robinson again, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Jackson. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. Searching for some kind of sees to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
4th down, Jackson. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And nothing materializes there. Just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
London brought in motion. 2nd down, Jackson. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Folks kick is good. And the Falcons are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024 at quarterback, Josh Allen.
And I'm not sure I enjoy watching any quarterback in the league more than I enjoy watching Josh Allen. I mean, he's a bit of a throwback in terms of his play style. I mean, he's just as likely to throw a 65-yard bomb for a touchdown as he is in 4th and short to run over the middle linebacker. I mean, he plays with such a hard, aggressive style. There's not a lot of guys built like him, Mike, and say what, he's a blast to watch.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on
that quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Gain of a yard.
And after that short run, it puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Third and a yard. Allen. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 3-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. Finds an alley to the 35. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
And that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone, first time today.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Lions move out to a 7-3 lead.
Lions 7, Falcons 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Falcons offense ready now for their second drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he is not going to get away. That one blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Play action now. Jackson. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase, and it'll be third down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
He's got a man. That's Nacua. Complete. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
On play action, here's Jackson. That's caught left side by Pitts. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Micah Parsons in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's third down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Lions going back to work, and you get a look at their offensive coordinator, Drew Petzing. His guys have a first-half lead here as they try to find some ways to attack this defense. Conklin goes in motion. On play action, Allen. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Tyler Conklin, and it'll be second down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yardage last season. Good here for the first down. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. He's inside the 35. And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone. 7-3 is the score.
That's another
2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Williams in motion. They go play action now. Here's Allen. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. From the gun, Josh Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but
Amon-Ra St. Brown in the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions extend their advantage to 14-3.
Lions 14, Falcons 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Aiden Hutchinson in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive. Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Open man downfield, that's London. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
At the Lions' 40-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Jackson looking to throw. Moving outside the pocket, and he scrambles here for about 5 yards. That will lead to a 3rd down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson.
That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6. So the two teams head for their respective locker rooms, and we head to Orlando. Scott Hanson has our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our 2nd half is about to get underway.
Nick Folk.
3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he's going to be corralled right at the line of scrimmage. That is good work defensively. They hold him to no gain.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
6 brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, here is Allen. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. 11 yards on the pass there. 1st down, Detroit.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, You can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Quickly to Laporta on the RPO. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down.
2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Gibbs. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance.
And he'll be taken down. They've got him back at midfield.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within one possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
They'll send out the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Falcons offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
2nd down, they need 7. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
At the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now, Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Lions offense ready for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. play action. Here's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down. He was trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. That's over the middle, taken in by LaPorta. The catch should be made down at the 40-yard line.
18. That's good for a Lions.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Smith-Njigba, the man in motion. On to the 4th quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. 2nd and long coming up. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Allen now on 2nd down. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Ooh! To the middle, Smith-Njigba with the grab. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And they will not be able to make this a 2-possession game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
As the Falcons head back out on offense, you get a look at the defensive coordinator for Detroit, Kelvin Shepard. His guys have the lead. They're looking to finish strong. It's been one of his mantras as they get ready to defend on this next possession. A 1st down throw for Jackson. He'll step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Pitts is the man in motion. They'll run. This is Tyler Goodson. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, This offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they were able to take the ball carrier down.